She raised this beautiful son, Prince, who could have went to, basically any university in this country, your Harvards, your Yales, your Princetons, chose Howard University to be around, his folks. That's what he wanted. Prince was mistaken for another suspected criminal, was trailed from Prince George's County, which is just, suburbs of D.C., through Washington, D.C., into Virginia, where he was shot and murdered by a Prince George's County police officer mere yards from his fiance's home. Prince Jones never did anything to anybody. If Prince Jones was a criminal, then I have no idea what I am. And that was the disturbing aspect of it. And so this is just a passage of just trying to grapple with his death. Prince Jones was the superlative of all my fears. And if he, good Christian, scion of a striving class, patron saint of the twice as good, could be forever bound, who then could not? And the plunder was not just of Prince Jones alone. Think of all the love poured into him. Think of the tuitions for Montessori and music lessons. Think of the gasoline expended, the treads worn carting him to football games, basketball tournaments, and Little League. Think of the time spent regulating sleepovers. Think of the surprise birthday parties, the daycare, and the reference checks on babysitters. Think of the World Book and Childcraft. Think of checks written for family photos. Think of credit cards charged for vacations. Think of soccer balls, science kits, chemistry sets, racetracks, and model trains. Think of all the embraces, all the private jokes, customs, greetings, names, dreams, all the shared knowledge and capacity of a black family injected into that vessel of flesh and bone. Think of how that vessel was taken, shattered on the concrete, and all its holy contents and all that had gone into him sent flowing back to the earth. Think of your mother who had no father, and your grandmother who was abandoned by her father, and your grandfather who was left behind by his father. And think of how Prince's daughter was now drafted into those solemn ranks and deprived of her birthright, that vessel which was her father, which brimmed with 25 years of love and was the investment of her grandparents and was to be her legacy. Now at night I held you in a great fear, wide as all our American generations took me. Now I personally understood my father and the old mantra, either I can beat him or the police. I understood it all, the cable wires, the extension cords, the ritual switch. Black people love their children with a kind of obsession. You are all we have, and you come to us endangered. I think we would like to kill you ourselves before seeing you killed by the streets that America made. That is a philosophy of the disembodied, of a people who control nothing, who can protect nothing, who are made to fear not just the criminals among them, but the police who lord over them with all the moral authority of a protection racket. It was only after you that I understood this love, that I understood the grip of my mother's hand.